Voracek there turning away from Zidlinsky. Back to Briere. Fire! Oh, Seam deflected stop. Gagne! He scored!
Well, all right. This is it. This is the game for all the marbles. First place game here for the Flyers and the Tampa Bay Lightning here. Whoever wins gets first place in the round robin. This is going to be a tough game. I honestly, going into this, I had the Flyers beating Tampa Bay. I'm not giving a single prediction for any of this. The Flyers match up so well versus Tampa Bay. It's so hard. And I think the thing is, too, is everybody's, why don't we just compare everything off the regular season? Because they lost both games versus Tampa. And then that game, the whole day when the season was getting paused and stuff, the Flyers they were in Tampa Bay when that happened. There was no morning skate and all that stuff. So, again, the Flyers, they lose 2 games versus Tampa Bay, 1-0, and the other one 5-3. Both games, I didn't think the Flyers played that bad. In the first game, it's such a bad, it's just a weird, it's just one of those, games that's, it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. They end up losing 1-0 off the flukiest goal possible. And to be honest with you, I don't even think they played that bad that game. Vasilevsky stole the game for Tampa Bay, and they ended up losing 1-0. And as I said, it was such a fluky goal. It was the one where Maroon hit it, and he got a piece of it, and it just trickled right through, and it was just such a weird play. But and then the next game they ended up playing, and that was February 15th. I did not watch this game because I was at the Phantoms game that night, but I heard they had a rough first period, and then they found themselves down 3-0. I think the biggest thing going into this one is their starts. The Flyers haven't had the best starts, but they've also hung around in games. It's not like it just takes them a little bit to get the offense going. That's what it really is. And the thing is that I think the Flyers match up so well versus Tampa. I honestly could see this, I could see this being a mix of these last 2 games with the Bruins and the Capitals. It can be a strong defensive game as well, and then that can be mixed with a really high offensive game. It's just going to be, I think it's going to be a great game. I'd have to think that Tampa's going to go with Vasilevsky. The Flyers are 100% going with Carter Hart. No Stamkos for Tampa Bay, so that is something that the Flyers don't have to worry about, but Tampa Bay has been playing really well without him. I don't think he's played in any of these games. I know he didn't play in the round robin versus Boston, and he didn't play in their exhibition game, so I'd have to think that he didn't play versus the Capitals either. But regardless, it's still a very good team without Stamkos, and they've been playing phenomenal without him throughout these few games that they've had. When I watched that exhibition game with Tampa, they just didn't miss a beat. And as I said, they didn't have Stamkos or Hedman that game, and they ended up beating Florida 5-0. Brayden Point was phenomenal. That's someone that the Flyers are going to have to shut down. But I think another thing is that the way that the Flyers have been playing, shutting down teams' top players. That exhibition game, they shut down Crosby. He doesn't get a shot on goal. And then that first game versus the Bruins, the Bruins first line, Bergeron, Marchand, and Pasternak, they have, I think it was 8 shots combined, and they were a -6. And then yesterday with Ovechkin, the Flyers really shut him down. He didn't have any points versus the Flyers at all this season in the 4 games of the regular season, and then if you include this round robin game. So right then and there, the Flyers are doing really good shutting down their team's top players, and the Flyers' defense has been phenomenal. And to be honest with you, I would want to see the Flyers throw everything they have in the lineup in this game. You put Ghost in, you put JVR in, and you might call me crazy because the way the defense has been playing, and I understand that, but at this point, you want to win this game, and you really want to, and to be honest with you, putting Ghost in might not be the worst thing, because this team needs a power play spark. He might be that spark. You put him on a second unit, maybe they get some confidence with a goal there. As I said yesterday, Provorov had 7 minutes of power play time, so the Flyers had a lot of power plays. They went 0 for 7, and regardless, and as I said, it's going to take time, but you know what? It can't take too long, because they might start getting into a slump, and they might be really hurting there. They're getting some power play goals. Now, the good thing is that they don't rely on the power play as much, because they can score 5-on-5. But regardless, you want to have a good special teams in these playoffs. That's one of the biggest keys to winning a championship in this league. But again, I think it'll be a good game. I have no prediction because it's going to be that tight of a game. I personally think the Flyers are going to be overlooked in this one, and I can already see it happening. Just because, oh my God, it's Tampa Bay, and then you look at the Flyers. They've been underlooked all season. So regardless, I think it's going to be a great game. We do not know the time yet. And then one thing I want to say too is when I say put JVR in the lineup, I would love to keep the first three lines together. You Giroux, Couturier, Voracek, your second line, Hayes, Lawton, and Konechny, and then your third line, Grant, Albie, Kubel, and Farabee. Keep that together. You can put JVR on the fourth line with Thompson and Pitlick, and that would be a great line. You keep the defense the same, and I think the Flyers are going to have a good game here. I don't know as I said, I'm not predicting anything because I think it's going to be too tight of a game, to be honest with you. But again, we will definitely see what happens. As I said, we don't know the time yet. But again, I will keep you guys posted on that. One thing is the Flyers, they also loaned Linus Sandin to HV71 of the Swedish Elite League. So that's definitely some AHL uncertainty there. That was a little bit of news that came out this morning. But regardless, I wouldn't be surprised if there's more players that do that. But again, big game tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think below. Do you think the Flyers are going to win this one? Do you think they will lose? And who do you think could be a standout player for this one? So remember, guys, podcast articles, those links are on my channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys in the next one, and goodbye.